people come here and they tell us that we need to serve. And what is that? That what I saw, the people want to run for charity. They're not putting effort to clear the people. Yeah, say something. Or in the table, they never come out. They're not in the front of the table. They're all the same. They're the people on the table. They're warming up to our. But with the innocent people, why we know how to solve facility, our children all are asking quality. And the best thing we do is just a back in the field and make it the best. What is it we should focus on our children? They don't want our children to suffer. They give us damage our children. If they drop the facility, if they don't want fire, police or soldier, nobody can suffer. Because of where we get our children. None of our brothers, they're not supporting children. With the mother, with the husband, with the everything. That some of us will not educate them. They step back to us. Some of the temple around us, their father was fool. Some of us went on who might have found a weapon. Who are going to balance in this. When you come to the our family, who will plan your heart, who will pray for you, Papa, send them your best energy. Because we feel like we're not saying them. Yeah, not say I can rescue them, but they are slow there. Not getting there. They keep our police, they keep our police, they keep us here and wherever. So now up to the tower, they will see us on the street. Now they will not get up on the top of the and now on the street, that people for the federal office to come I want them to make them in yeah. They're not listen, they're not going to the car. I am on the street, and I'm out here to say I'm going to do this federal house. Say I'm not rubber for them all on the way to play and for them. They stand on the street. After my stand on the street, I then like love. Why they improve? I don't want to suppress them.
How do you get bring out to go to see to the main school? So the girl wanted for you to go sleep on the web school. He said, I'm a John to go sleep to the web main school to we get money into the school that we go take it from there. I said, Mama, I'm only back for the same lecture.
Then how can the police catch you now?
The police people, before the man called me back, I was on the 18th, they more.
The same man now?
Yeah, the same man.
The same man who want for you to go sleep?
Yeah, he called me on the 18th.
Yeah.
Now I was in there, around about 8:30, the man called me. He said, oh, my man, I'll let you be there and call you back again.
So that time you go to work?
I go to work.
You live for your working place, you come to the man?
Yeah, I'm from to my working area to Clarence to now go to the man.
To go steal now?
No, I'm not go steal. I go steal. I go to yeah. How you question me? The thing you want for me to explain for you to understand, then still questioning me, doubling the question. How many talk clear now?
Okay, let's go now. I beg you, sorry.
I say.
When they call you in the night now?
When the man call me in the night,
yeah.
He asked me, say, how many of you are working to the area? I say, we are 3.
You told the message you're 3?
Yeah. So he said, I want to give you tea to carry to
the message you want to give you what?
Tea. Have milk tea. Have milk tea.
Oh, milk tea?
Yeah.
For you to drink?
With bread.
The bread?
3 pieces of real bread.
With egg inside?
With egg inside, my butter. So when I carry it to the man, say, carry it to the man. When you give it to the man, then you must come back to the car.
So the food make you now, you carry that so you can go convince your friend now.
Yeah. When I give it to the man, the man say, thank you. I say, okay. The man say, oh, where you going now? I say, oh, I'm going right here. So one of my friends called me.
Yeah, the same man you going to now?
Yeah, the same man.
And the man tell you say, want for you to go steal?
No, yeah. So when I go to the man, he say, clean the car. Then they are 2 now.
In a Jeep?
In a Jeep. Then they are 2.
A big Jeep?
Yeah. Black BG, photo G. Yeah. So when I clean the car now,
air condition all inside?
No. Papa, you can't wait for me to spin now. I'll leave the water now. You can judge people.
I'm just asking you a question, sorry.
You can judge people like can come here.
No, I'm a journalist. I beg you, sorry.
The way you talk in the question, you say when I move from here, I'll free. You say when I move from here, I'll free. You said one talk again. I wanted to make a whole talk clear to you, but you double in the question. Hi, not looking, hi, you looking, hi, looking. Then you want force another more word there again. Why not belonging to the talk? I'm not going to talk again. And said they call me to the office. I go explain.
I think you explain to me that you come to get fair. You say you get the tea to the man. After you get the tea to the man, you come now. So what next now?
And for me, I will not fair.
Nobody, you getting very, you say, asking too much question. Hey, there's things, say, make your egg and bread. You bring it. Okay, sorry. Now I say sorry now. Okay, sorry.
If you
I will not ask you the question again. Okay, sorry.
when I give you answer now, then you
Okay, explain again. I'm not asking you no more question again. Okay, let's go ahead now.
go to school. The English say I need the English.
Sorry, now I say sorry now. Sorry.
Say Ali, you take time. You take time.
I'm taking time. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Say I can take time
To explain. Yeah, okay.
These things could happen behind the scenes. So I supported Joseph Parker, knowing that by 2023 he'll be tired. Okay. Knowing that 2023 he'll be tired, he could have a good heart, everything good, but the brain is going down. You're not holding the end, you're moving down the hill. This is nature. My father, right now, I buy him paper. Every day I gotta buy a paper. There's a man who bought me paper before. I'm buying paper now because the time has reached. So I thought the old man could be president in 2017 and run for this. And he insisted, he said, when you run for one term, he insisted, I agree with him. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest, find somebody else.
I have been working for the past 6 years with your government, and we are caretaker. We are the one that's doing the cleaning up and things. Since Joseph Boaka, for the past 6 years, since Joseph Boaka took over for the past 3 months, if he demanding us to come to work every day, for me, I pay $450 to where I live to come here and $450 to go back. Every day they will take listing for oil and carry. But I was surprised yesterday, the minister called and he want to have a meeting with us. So we got there, Paulina came, and Paulina said there is no budget for us. She's not going to pay us, and she put it all down. Maybe when she get money the 15th or next month, she will pay us. For everybody that work on a job, we are government, she will put everybody down, and that's what she did. So we got angry, we went to the mansion in group, 730 persons. Paulina, she said, Joe, we have put her father down, but you were working. So anybody that work on a job, we are with him, that job we are put there, she will put them down. Paulina, so therefore she came and said, she's not working with us again, and she didn't pay us. So I saw that we work in this government for the past 6 years. And then for the 3 months that Joseph Walker got there, we've been working early in the morning, we can't early in the morning, we can't work. We have been working for the past 6 months. So they should get our pay so that we can go and sit down. Like she left, so we should go and sit down and wait for the 15th. And I'm telling the Liberian government, I'm telling Boaka, Joseph Boaka, I said Joseph Boaka, and I'm always talking to the senator, representatives that we elected you, we voted for you. We are single mother. We call you. We voted for you in the house. You're sitting there. Paulina play with us. And Paulina play with us. She will get it wrong for herself. She will get it wrong. Paulina, the small child. She running. She know how to have. She baby. If you want to take off anywhere, pay off. We're going to sit down. But you can't come and tell all people that we're on your way government. Are we not Liberian? Are we not Liberian? That you taking bread from our table, taking food from our mouth because of your we are? Please, our senator, you can call back. Our senator in the house, you have been talking for us. You say you are going to talk for the women. That what Paulina is doing to us. She's taking bread from our mouth. We will be marching. We all will be going to the mansion in black. We will walk to the mansion and we'll point tire. And they will kill all the way they came for King John, that they kill us. Because that's why they came for the kill. They said they came to rescue. But they never came to rescue or they came to kill us. We will march to the mansion, everybody going to wear black. Everybody that wear with Minister of State that they put down, I've been saying they will wear black. We'll go to the mansion, we'll put tire, we'll point it, we'll walk to the mansion. The liar they get there, the information director, the information minister is a black liar. The people came to steal. He came outside when he saw us. He stood up, he said, your boys are coming to Paulina, coming back. He never came back. He just left on the only thing they did, they called the police start shopping us all over the place. So if they will kill us, they must be ready to kill us some money. We are Liberian. We work and we earn our own money.
Whatever means you're making your way to town or to your workplace or school, just wherever you are, you're observing the environment. You're observing to see physical and practical manifestation of the change that you had aspired. When you look around and you try to retrospect a year ago, and then you look around and see, but what has actually happened differently? You read the papers, you listen to the news, the commentaries, and you go back into sober reflection, and you begin to wonder, where has my country come? It is important for all patriotic citizens to have these quiet moments, reflect on their country, for job. They say they want job. I'm told some scuffle happened between Day and Yanti, but they say Yanti too. I don't know what you're trying to do. He's trying to delegitimize the man. The man there, he go pose and say, I know different group of people claiming to be. You know, you go in a people team, go report what you get. You're saying you go you post on that way. Your old man grab you. But anyway, that nonsense is not supposed to happen. The media must remain protected. Even your media friends go cover your program, then you grab a man. So if you can do that thing to Yanti, who have been very, very friendly with you, imagine the man come and see my face. That overboard, man, I want to show you overboard. I get man to go around those rebels. The Unity Party talks and rebels unnecessarily attack OKFM Yanti Tokwa on yesterday. Bad sign for our country. Waka is sanctioning attacks on the media. They want you to report what they like. If they don't like it, they attack you, physically harm you. Thanks to all the colleagues who came to Yanti's rescue. Look at me. One minister resigned. One minister spoke the truth, and then Baka got angry. Baka said, "You know, people don't sort of talk true here. He can't talk true." And he suspended the man for time indefinite. I cocotining every on, and then go to the man get very married. So we'll give you we'll give you everything. Too many things. I mean, the team took plenty. The other one passed around, but he got good morning. And welcome as we look at the CSA Council vows on specified mass citizens action against house. Oh yeah, and also I know that they're also a collaborating political consortium that's also supposed to be getting involved with some citizens action in with regards to the situation with the legislature. The ECOWAS Commission has concluded her mediatory engagement. How far did it go? We will tell you. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Abu. Good morning to Liberians and, of course, our followers, our friends, our fans, those who like the things we say, or those who do not like the things we say, especially the way we always say them. But yes, we are saying this. We are saying these things from our heart, and we believe that posterity is going to judge all of us. So it's good that we are always here to enlighten the minds of Liberians. And this morning, the front page Africa newspaper front page headline is reporting something very scary. And many of these things we will always sit here and say them. We've said them before. We will continue to say them. Abu, you want us to talk about this?
We are definitely going to talk about
the
it.
headline so that people can know where we are with this. When we told you what was smelling around and what is even continually smelling around, this is what or this was what we meant. Abu, you want to talk to the
Yeah, and it is good that it has reached it. We knew it was going to reach this point. We told you that there were bigger things behind that brother that was taken and turned over to the Guinea authority, Khalifa Sharif. And all of you do not understand. And front page headline, you all try go online, grab front page Africa, right?
Even if
Try
you can
to
grab the
read.
hard copy this morning, just go
Yeah.
ahead.
So prior to the arrest of Guinean accused of coup plot, Liberia and Guinea were inches away from war. Folks, say Waka man, you can make president in the country. We'll be saying on here, we'll be telling you, say, oh, one time bomb, will be careful. Be careful. The way, the kind of people you engage, the way you, how you just jump in the country, be president, and you start doing business with junta leaders. You know, when you start dealing with rebels, you must expect rebel things in return. But this thing here, we'll read the entire article and give you all the additional backgrounds so you know where we are. And we're not gonna be angry this morning. We're gonna take our time and let you know about these things so that you know exactly what is going on. But just before that, the cash giveaway is available.
Yeah.
We are back. Today is Monday. The weekend is over. It's another opportunity to put money in your phone. $5,000 up for grab this morning. So all you have to do, as always, that star 799 star 799 hash. You select option number 11, and it's just for $100 Liberian. For $100 Liberian, you stand a chance to win 5,000 Liberian this morning. So the more you play, the better your chances are to win. The good news is that a lot of folks have been reaching out to us lately, confirming that yes, oh yeah, finally I now get over the weekend somebody called me, oh yeah, my man, I received 5,000. But yeah, I'm quite sure that yes, we're going to get there. We're going to get there. So this is it. Star 799 hash. You select option number 11, which is Freedom FM. You enter, and with a few seconds, you will be required to enter the currency that you love to play because we have both US and Liberian dollars currency. When you're selecting number one, which is US, is going to be for 70 cents United States dollars. And of course, when you are playing in Liberian dollar, you got to select number two, which is 100 Liberian dollar, right? So once you make that selection, and then you have to wait a few more seconds and enter your password to confirm. So like we're always taking our time to explain this so that we lay all of the small confusion around it. And somebody say, oh no. So today to win 5,000, that is exactly the code for you. The more you play, the better your chances are to win. The more you play, the better your chances are to win. Assuming you're targeting $5,000 and you commit $1,000 in that process, when you shall have won the $5,000, it is still a good deal and a good business that you spend 1,000 to get 5,000. But if you won't be scheming and you say you won't spend 100, the chances are also there, but to be as sure and of course certain, we always like to say the more you play, the better chances to win. Because the advantage about playing more in this three wise men promotion period, you are also putting yourself in a draw for the big prizes that will be coming at the end of each of the 3
And it will
months.
begin the 28th of this month. So
Yes.
10 days from now.
So on the 28th of this month, all the times you've been playing, all the times your number has been appearing in these three wise men draw or program, right? It's going to enhance your chances of winning any of the prizes on the 28th. There'll be multiple, I'm told 200,000, 100,000, and other small prizes. But these small prizes that you're looking at, we're calling it small because there's a grand 1 point something million dollars. And so anything below that one are small for that one. There are iPhone 16s and other things to get.
Motorbikes and everything.
So at the end of the day, there is no losing in this whole thing once you're part of the system. So star 799 hash. You wait a few seconds, you select the currency, few more seconds, and then you enter your password, it's finished. And then you go back on it again, you go back on it again until Hagar and I take our phone, we enter, we put the dashboard down, we plug, and then the system reads, and then once we pick your number now, we call you up, or we transfer your $5,000 to you, your Monday set. Right, Higa? So that's exactly what you have to do. So I'm going to hold it right there. We go to our conversations and come back. Then when we come back, then we know exactly. So Higa, let's connect with that that article, that article
I'm here looking for it.
from the Guinean stuff, right? For about 2 weeks, we sat here and spoke to you that danger was hovering over our country. And that the way our national security had kowtowed into the military junta in Guinea was unprecedented and, of course, abnormal. We are sovereign. You know, where you're supposed to demonstrate your sovereignty, you have to demonstrate it there. And then your counterpart will understand that you're a strong nation. But you get that from a strong leadership. When you have a weak puppet leadership, and this is how the integrity of your country gets embarrassed. And of course, this is exactly what we're experiencing in Liberia. You don't have to agree with me, but these things are happening only because Bouaka became president of our country. Have we decided any of the other 20 options that were available to us way more better than this almost living dead man, we would not have been where we are today. The national security people are aware. They are cognizant of this, and they are the one passing around trying to negotiate. You have already damaged the country. And then you are trying to, what you fail to put under control as we are paying you all the thousands and hundreds of our taxpayers' dollars to deal with our national security crisis. Ensure that our territorial integrities are protected. Ensure that our laws, ensure that our values are also protected. And you sit there and allow those values and those sovereignty to get, and encroached upon by a junta, and then you have to be working at the dictate of a junta establishment in Guinea, and you don't want us to talk about that. You say, "Oh, that national security implication." I think last week also I said it. The Guinean authority had to bring Moa truck, big Moa, pull it to the border facing the Mornin Liberia with headable machineries, pull it there. Because the government entered with them in there, they were reneging on delivering on it in the day. So they had to pose that kind of danger and threat to our country. Can you imagine? And this is where we are. So at the end of the day, our government people had to buy a runner and look for what? And look for somebody to throw under the bus. That had to grab Sherry. And then when they grab Sherry, we made noise. And I say held Sherry for almost 3 weeks. 3 weeks they're holding the brother. Finished collecting all his money and things from him on frivolous charges or grounds. Refusing to send a man to the police. People like Serena Seaforth and other lawyers, Janet had to come in the push until they reluctantly involved the police. When they involved the police, the lawyers pushed it, the police drew up the charges, they went to court. All of the counts were defeated. There was no way. And they're passing around telling our people, Hagar, that they have video. They were even implicating the former DEA boss, A.B. Kuma. Oh, yeah. Because they're trying to satisfy the Guinean. When you now go take money from the people and our rebel people, right? Junta government and not serial government. So you have to do something. So they have to. The reason why you see they can't all AB on because, and you get no doubt, and you have to have real grounds before you and something. So they only passing around in our community, telling our people that AB Kuma was part of it, and because the people want to protest, they want to discourage. So Bouaka and his people call our elders, carry them and tell them say, they think it's bigger than how you see it. Your man protest. Bouaka is a lying old man. Your man protest, and they think we get video, Every command and the people then. So la. Big about la. Then the papa then will agree to that. When the papa then agree, the young people might not agree. Because you know what? Khalifa has been arrested and turned over today. His whereabouts is unknown.
Now, what do we just go ahead.
Yeah, we should
we'll
go.
read something from the court as well on this whole Khalifa stuff.
Exactly. So if Khalifa gets killed and you're compromised with Brakad because some of you feel that you're the one brought Unity Party government and so you're coming to protect Unity Party government. Tomorrow we'll put it in your faces, but we're keeping all of the record. One Khalifa has gotten killed by the very Unity Party government. You say you're brought to power. You say you're not standing up. Amara Fofana, they not tell you, they compromise you, they pull you somewhere. You are passing around, you say police brutality against what thing. They want you, you're not talking inside. All of you say now, Kao here, Jabate, Matt Jabate, Minister Kao. You saying on there, you're not talking, you rather use to open your mouth wide, you be talking loosely. Like, yeah, they not grab your government, a very useless government used to be opening your mouth wide, taking the people Kao passing around, opening your mouth for. You're not talking. All of you close your mouth because you think you're the one brought the United Party government, right? But Gordon sleeping, the brother has been killed. You're compromised. You're going bad with the government. You're compromised it, and you're trying to tell our people not to stand up for their rights, stand up for the right of our brother. And the family is grieving, and all of you are turning your back because of political allegiance to Baka. You guys, you can read what you have.
Then I want to start off first before you read the headline, but let me start up first with this court case, this release. Let's see the story from the court here on the front page. Africa, the 15 criminal court A issued 72 hours ultimatum for government to produce Guinean national amid mysterious disappearing alleged murder. So yeah. Criminal Court A Judge Roosevelt Zeweli has issued a 72-hour ultimatum to the government demanding the immediate production of Ibrahim Khalid Sharif, a Guinean national who reportedly disappeared under mysterious circumstances and is now alleged to have been murdered. So we say these things. You know, we have to be sincere sometimes to our country.
And they get in Tuesday.
Yes.
Tuesday, the
So,
ultimatum. Hey, you don't bring that brother outside.
This is front page Africa that is reporting this. And many of you during the days of we are UP folks today, during the days of we are your soul, front page Africa, you know how credible front page Africa was, and it is even up to now. So front page is reporting that Ibrahim Khalid Sharif is alleged to have been murdered. So the court's order followed widespread concern about Ibrahim Khalid Sharif's safety and mounting public outcry regarding the circumstances surrounding his disappearance from the Monrovia Central Prison. Sharif facing charges of machinerizing, armed insurrection, and other serious offenses was due for release following the dismissal of charges by the government on October 31. On that date, the Ministry of Justice filed a nulli prosequi motion halting the prosecution of Sharif with the option to refile charges in the future. Judge Willie approved the motion as documented in court records obtained by Front Page Africa. The court document states, government consistent with the statute provision of Chapter 18.1 of the Criminal Procedure Law, the Ministry of Justice, by and through the office of the County Attorney of Montserrado County, hereby enter nulli prosequi in favor of defendant Ibrahim Khalid in the above entitled cause of action: criminal machinerism, armed insurrection, criminal facilitation, criminal conspiracy, paramilitary activities, a code document in the possession of Front Page Africa's noted. So all of these things, we're trying to read them so you know where we are. It is not just Freedom FM that is reporting on this. You know,
It was Freedom FM that was.
yes, no,
But
it was
now
Freedom
all
that
of them
started.
now
Yeah,
pick it up.
it was Freedom that started this, and when we started, many of you folks from the Unity Party felt we were just making up our own stories, and you just consider it as one of the normal stories that we report. But the one thing I can always tell people is the wrong that you will accept today could face you tomorrow, and there will be people who are going to accept it when it is happening to you. Look at the headline from Front Page Africa this morning.
So
Look at the headline.
they accuse the man and say the man training people in Liberia. Imagine in this country.
And this allegation, this what I want Liberians to understand is that this guy who is currently the president of Guinea is a trained soldier, a very trained soldier, and allegation like the one levied against Ibrahim Khaled Sharif, even if the government think that turning Ibrahim over to the Guinean junta will settle this dust. No. This guy believed, as the Liberian government placed on Ibrahim Khaled, that people were being trained in Liberia here to go and overthrow him. So even when they turn Ibrahim over, it will even bring up more reasons why the guy should even go after him, because their leader also has been arrested and he needs to be released. So, and if you listen, that read this from Page Africa headline again. Prior to arrest of Guinean accused of coup plot, Liberia and Guinea were inches away from war, and that is according to the Front Page Africa. So even prior to this, there has been some unsettled dust. If you heard about the president traveling to Guinea, that was in an effort to settle the dust. But when he went, you know, they probably get no mediation or skills and ideas. That's why he went Guinea. Every conversation.
Say that there the problem started coming up.
Yeah.
He went and go some deal with the junta people in Guinea and came back and started misbehaving. So he started misbehaving. The people say, "Oh,
yeah." So it gave the people more reason to think that what they have been thinking is actually truth, and it has just placed.
Guinea is doing business with Russia. Bouaka then started moving towards Russia during the election, right? The Russian mafia then that was supporting Bouaka campaign are the same people doing business with Guinea. And you understand? So now, the moment Bouaka came, the process was to solidify and transition diplomatic ties with Russia. So you have to start engaging, right? You guys have to enter into security pact. You have to sign some security agreements and stuff, because Russia coming to Africa, they're prouding themselves about security, and that's how you see most of the countries they're in. They try to highlight they're providing security and all of that. So you enter into that. So when a democracy enter into such an arrangement with an autocracy, right? What happens is that you have to start sending your own people now, political and critics. So the moment this Bouaka government designates you or me as a critical mind, in fact, they are keeping surveillance on our involvement in this whole Khalifa advocacy. And I'm finished telling you, Wednesday, you're not bringing us some cabinet since I was born in the country. I don't get involved with protests. But we'll put it because the government is very, very useless. We'll protest. We'll make sure that this useless old man provide Khalifa. If you're not killing him, you'll provide a dead body, so we'll go bury him. If you're in killing yet, you'll provide a living body. And let's go into the case.
Yeah.
You don't do it, we'll go protest. Oh, yeah, we'll protest. Because this is undemocratic. The government in such an arrangement with the Guinean junta, it is a danger for our democracy in Liberia.
Seriously.
It is a danger for political critics, political dissent. So when you disagree with the government, right? The government can connive someone away, they'll wrap it up, they send it to the Guinean people. The Guinean will just do something and then they say, oh, the person implicated, the person they're trying to do they want. So send the person to us. They will wrap it up and send it to Guinea. You just feel say they think that some a good thing what the government doing. It bad. Forget about Khalifa. As soon as you become extremely politically critical by the Bwaka government, because that guy is a very, very trained mercenary. God said, but you have to send all of men. Oh. So the two countries will be doing that for each other because, of course, when you're entering that kind of arrangement, you got to be balancing each other. And this is why everywhere many Liberians have to raise their voice. You're not raising your voice for Khalifa, but you are raising your voice for the defense of democracy and the rule of law in our country, for the defense of international human rights laws, for the defense, right, of people's rights. This government has trumpeted all of that. This government has made noise about all these things. But what is the government doing? The entire security sector is in disarray.
Seriously.
All of them are in disarray. They have blundered. In a serious country, all of them will leave office. All of them will leave, including the president. He will bow here in shame and leave. But none of them get shame and respect for themselves. So they will still be passing around, I think, claiming some kind of legitimacy.
The reason for which these guys are in public service is not because of the love for country and their mind to transform the country. Those guys are in public service because of their pockets. That's why you see bulk of their decisions are not people-centered decisions. Their decisions are self-centered decisions. So the people got they have absolutely no proud and respect for themselves. There is absolutely no integrity.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you expect? Was it an official in the UK prior to our 2023 elections? An official in the UK had to resign her post because she mistakenly used her private email account to send a public information. And just by doing that, the lady had to resign. So these are people with integrity. These are people with love for country, and their thoughts and ideas are always on how they can improve the lives of the people that they are serving. But talking about these guys' resignation, the guys even enjoy causing more harm for Liberians than good. They enjoy that. You see how far our country have gone. You see, today we are discussing Ibrahim. And many of you will feel like he's not close to you, so you got nothing to do with it. No. But what is happening today that you are accepting and proudly clapping for? The fear that tomorrow it will even happen to you should exist. Because people get a normal Bible that says the falling of the dry leaf is a warning to the young ones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you think Bwaka will remain president forever? Bwaka himself knows he can remain president forever. Bwaka know that he's going to be turning 80 very soon. And even 6 years from now, Bwaka know that his lifespan, everything now, he knows that. But many of you today who are clapping and making him feel like what he's doing is right, you will live within this country. You will be around here. Another government will come. How you expect these people that will come to treat you when you are sitting today and clapping for what is wrong? Sure, like you listen to Councillor Serena Cephas when he disclosed the lineage of Ibrahim to Liberia.
Mm-hmm.
Ibrahim, according to his lawyer, is a Liberian. His father is a Liberian. His father was an imam for a mosque here in Liberia, where he served for several years. Today, that innocent guy, as we are being told, according to Front Page Africa, has been reportedly murdered only because our government failed to prove its independence in handling the affairs of the country. You listen to Councillor Dempster Brown when he told us that there is absolutely no extradition treaty between Liberia and Guinea. So on what basis did the Liberian government turn over Ibrahim? On what basis? What was the reason now? Let put it. What was the reason for which the Liberian government had to turn over Ibrahim to the Guinean government? Especially when the court have said, the court that is the final arbiter of justice in our country, the court that is the highest decision making or institution when it comes to law in this country, the court said, this guy, you got no issue against him. And you, even in the state, you accepted that you got absolutely no issue against this guy. So why you can release a guy? The court said release a guy. Even though we saw when Gloria Mususka was announced released in this country, in less than an hour, she was released from the Monrovia Central Prison. And today she's a free woman. But a Liberian accused falsely and placed behind bar, the court said release him. You got no case against this man. Release the man. You accepted to release the man. You kept him only to go for him 2 a.m. in the morning. And today his whereabouts is yet to be known. His family are crying. They are grieving every day. The government is yet to tell us where this guy is, whether since they sent him to Guinea, because the information ministry said they have sent him to Guinea. So what since they sent him, whether he's alive or he's dead, they are yet to make the public, they are yet to make the family here to know what's the current status of their child. So what happens if his family decide tomorrow that they want to get involved into a protest? And you don't joke with these kind of people. They say caught hasting the ground, and that's what they are. People who in this case, they feel like they got absolutely nothing to lose.
Oh yeah. And when we'll do the protest, we'll start the protest from Chicotan. And anybody in Chicotan, you won't be part of the protest even go say no. When you can't stand your head there, you say, oh, because you voted for Unity Party. And not Unity Party protest. Well, let's tell you the thing. You can't put yourself inside our protest, you say, oh, this, that. Right? You won't bring party being inside. Talking about I want a brother die, then you say that party being this, that. Right? Then all of you will go, you go to Baka Hall, you go bring you do your party thing, you bring the brother back. Simple. You won't enter your Russia business, you do your Russia business. But for you to be compromising and killing human beings, this is going to be the last human being that you will kill. The old man used to pass around here doing campaign time and be talking, oh, human beings dying on the street, human beings dying on the street.
He was one of those.
Let your people in here taking money and sending human beings being killed, and you can't say nothing, right? The government has confirmed that they sent the guy. And of course, when they send the guy over, they have to tell us on what basis they repatriated the guy. You have to tell us, why did you send the boy
there should be legal
back to Guinea? Why did you? And we support the legal counsel representing Khalifa to the full years. And they have remained in the confines of the law, and they're pursuing that. This is a slap in the face of the justice system of our country.
Serious slap.
This young man was in the custody of the court. And this young man, how this man left the custody of the court has further demonstrated to the world at large, right? That our court system has been broken, right? That there is no respect for the court in Liberia anymore, right? That somebody or any things can be placed in the custody of the court, that anybody will just wake up from the police station and go there and release that thing and carry anyone and do anything they want to do. This is bad. How do you expect investors to come to Liberia if this is the message that the government is sending to the world? How do you expect job opportunity to come if your country is being terribly marketed to the world? How do you expect? All you're going to get is this repeated scam 419 BM deal. The entire foreign service has been hijacked. BMs are running the foreign service of Liberia. Sarah Beslow Yanti is inept. She has demonstrated over time. Oh yes, we thought she needed to have the opportunity. There was useless PR about this woman capacity. Now knowing she's zero woman.
And the people who were passing around here doing that free on serious and useless PR are people they are all pay agents. These are people who will sell their better to the pockets of these individuals, and they say things about them that they don't even know. And then some of them now are becoming disappointed. In this case, they are difficult, and that's why Freedom FM will continue to remain a beacon of hope for Liberians who feel lost. Because Freedom FM, we say things the raw way, I would say. And because of that, we go deeper and find the fights. We don't just sit, people don't just feel like you can use Freedom FM for any reason. No. This country is on a time bomb. Abu, look at you. Have you been able to see the video where a guy was tied and his picnic was tied and was being hauled like a drawing bucket from the well?
Oh yeah.
So you see, I'm sure many of you. I'm sure many of you have seen that. And I should be having it.
This is happening in Buaka, Liberia.
This is happening in Buaka,
Liberia.
They tie the guy's hand, they tie his legs. They tie his hands and they stuck his hand to his legs and tie them all. And they tie his picnics. And you saw the guys holding it. If you watch the video, you will see the guys holding it.
This is the calamity.
Holding the guy picnic as if they are drawing water from the well. So you see how terrible our country is becoming. Jungle justice, like Abu said. These things only happen when Liberians feel that all hope is lost. Not just Liberians, but when people feel that all hope is lost.
But you see police people fighting for chicken feed.
That's where we are.
What you do?
And the way the police have been able to continuously engage Liberians.
Imposing law, taking issue to the police station. That one that jump in the street, they fight, they kill each other for chicken feed. They all want to go fight for pork meat. Right?
So the way they continue to engage.
Someone fighting your Johnsonville area there for fuller bread. You see that?
On a frank note, the way the police is continuously engaging Liberians when they decide to go and exercise their political and constitutional rights. The way Liberians are being treated under this government is making more Liberians to feel like the police should not be considered as an institution that can find a solution to situations. No, the police are proving to be inept. The Gregory now is just one snake king that we just get there now to just be bluffing at the expense of Liberians because of taxpayer money he using to be bluffing around here. But the real function for which he was appointed, no, he's not executing that. Gregory got nothing. The only thing Gregory is interested in, to be getting kickbacks like he can.
But you go make Casino King Kong police director. Oh,
the kind of control we got.
Compromise everything.
Because look at how a Liberian was being treated. What should be the crown for which a man should be treated in such a form and manner? Many of you will try to share that video so maybe you can see it. Facebook will not have to block it. We will try to share it so you see how our country is becoming. Don't be surprised if you see families going against families tomorrow because they feel that we can't carry case to the police station and we will not get any necessary redress. Don't be surprised. Liberia is becoming terrible by the day and nothing is being said, especially for many of you who feel like you cannot live without politician pocket. It's becoming terrible. You're seeing the wrong, you're seeing them, but you will not talk. Then you take from your call according to you want to dignify things that are happening only because there is hope that you will get a job, or maybe you people taking money from somewhere, and then you don't want people to talk about it, so you want to act like it's terrible. We were just celebrating Buaka a few years ago. That's a few months ago when he got inducted. And today very shortly we're going to be counting a year now. So we will be level battle for let's say 5 years.
Yeah, he's thinking anniversary.
And very shortly we'll be talking about 2, 3, or maybe 4, 3, 2, 1 year. We'll be talking about going to elections.
Buaka 15th anniversary is coming up on the 22nd.
It's terrible. It's very terrible for our country.
That was when he finted. Let's give us some cash and then we'll come back and look at other issues. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Good morning. You're live on Freedom FM.
Yeah, morning.
Okay. What is your name?
Ansumana Serif.
Ansumana Serif. Did you play our cash giveaway?
Yeah, I just did not too long. I played the 200, the jackpot, and the...
No. Today, no. Hey, see, you can listen to the instruction. Today, not jackpot day. So that why we read a code.
Okay,
Today
okay.
code, listen now, my friend. Hey, my man, if you're not listening, you made mistake. So today that just star 799 hash, right? So, but
Yeah.
congratulations, you've won $5,000. I believe you received the message already.
Wow, I'll check it here. Thank you.
Check it up now. Yeah, you must follow instruction next time. Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, the how wire can be fake your plan. Say, oh, follow instruction, you join, you go start doing your own thing. Ain't no so now when you want, I'll let you know the thing too much now. Is that what can happen? So today they're not jackpot day. If you play jackpot, you'll be wasting your credit, right? So just go for star 799 hash. Select option number 11, and then you follow the instructions from there on. Do not play the jackpot code. When you do that, you will be wasting your credit. You cannot be part of the $5,000 winners. So let me give out additional, and then I'll hold it there. Let me give out another. Okay, the phone. Hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning.
Morning, Abu.
Okay, you're live on the radio. I believe you're following. You play the giveaway, right?
The Eagle has done that.
Okay, how many times you played?
3
3 times.
3 times.
This voice sounding familiar. Is this the voice I know?
Yes. I can't even-
All right, congrats. I'm calling your name. You won't call your name. Call your name.
No, I'm calling my name.
Oh yes, that's good. Congratulations. So, but yeah, folks, go ahead. Star 799 star 70 hash, and of course, you stand a chance to win. Never give up. Winners don't quit. Quitters don't win. So the moment you are quitting is just when you are supposed to be winning. So grab your phone and make sure you have some monies there, and then that star 799 hash. Select option number 11.
I will please let report this that we're getting from one of our media colleagues. He says here journalist Koluba Akwe is reporting huge presence of AFL soldiers with a heavy artillery passing through Vanjama going to Liberia Guinea border. So you see,
Okay. So folks, that's exactly what we told. We
so
told
we
you that
want,
this
to
thing-
we want to establish contact with Koluba Akwe, who is in Lofa County.
Yeah. So
to
let's
tell us.
go try
the
and-
AFL
and-
people
and
passing,
call-
they passing in Vanjama and going towards the Guinea, the
We
Liberian
know
Guinea
because
border.
we don't want trouble.
Mhm.
So you put on plenty already. We just doing our lay and thing right here. We all right. We go join, go president. You see, people you say, "Oh, president, the men don't get sense. The men know how to go. The men don't get experience." That man was able to handle the situation with the Guinean, but one day will not see trouble. That guy they coup d'etat doing when George Weah was president. The men not join and say, "Oh, I need protection for a man." Go say, "Oh, let go." You go when you do business with the devil, you must get ready for the consequences. When we were here saying that Khalifa must not be turned over to the Guinean, these were the things that we must not be seen as doing business with the junta in Guinea. These were the issues we were talking. Our territorial integrity now is almost under threat because of the government and some security people a decision to have interacted and their business with the Guinean junta. Folks, the Khalifa thing, you're overlooking, you're thinking, oh, you're talking because they're angry, and then all useless abortionists from water and sewer go open your mouth, start talking nonsense. And because you're suffering around begging your friend here, and now you get job for yourself, so you think everything like bro now all right. So we didn't even get time for a useless mouth, right? So, but this is serious, folks. And that's why the religious community, civil society, stakeholders, prominent Liberians, people who have served this country before, you need to take time and visit with Joseph Boakai and ask him to make some adjustment. Boakai is proceeding terribly. Boakai and his folks are proceeding very dangerously. They are. And that's how much we can tell you, folks. And we are dead serious about this because you know what? The consequences, we all will feel it. Leave your campaign mode. Stop defending nonsense in the country because you think you're a Unity Party supporter. Stop it. You are poor and you do not have the first And I mean, even to take your own passport, that $50 US or $40 US, it's difficult for you to raise. Least to talk about plane fare or plane ticket for you nor your children. So don't support any nonsense in the country, because when things go haywire, these buggers that you're supporting, they have accumulated illicit finances and they're able to pay for ticket for them and the children. We will be left here to suffer. And we are your hero, not them. They are stealing from you. They are corrupting and stealing your future. And because they want to protect their corruption, they're dealing business. They're dealing business with what? With authoritarian regimes. They're collaborating with authoritarian regimes because these regimes do not support accountability. So when they're in bed with these kinds of regimes, when you start pushing accountability too much in the country here, they will go after you and they will get support from the authoritarian leaders. Like Dumbuya and the other folks. The government continue engagement with the Russian. And this is it. Oh, but because you want someone at 150 job, 200 job, you passing around and something and all of that, this is what we have. How many AFL we get? You know how many MOA, Wharton, Russia and Guinea? You know, saying when Guinea been stockpiling all her military armory. When Guinea, they're not equal when it comes to that one. So we're not even needed between us. In fact, our country has experienced too much when it comes to war business. We're not into war business. We want peace. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, for all of her 10 years, she did all she could diplomatically to maintain Liberia peace and stability. And when she was leaving, that's why smooth transitions are very good in any given democracy. She transitioned smoothly to President Weah. They held conversation, they discussed national security issue, and of course, they minimized the risks and the danger, and the notes were turned over, and President Weah inherited the country and pursued the path of national stability, peace, and cohesion, and of course, back-to-back relationship with our neighbors in ways that will maintain our peace. There was no cross-border threat to Liberia during the regime of these people. The government will not even sit down Google you. They not even sit down Google you. We're talking about Guinea putting MOA to the border. The brother say AFL carrying their own people, they're going to put them to the forward. How did you get here? That what we brought you for? You say you come and rescue the country, that they can't be taking AFL boat, go put them to border. We ready for that thing? Folks, so you all have to increase your voice. Baka must produce Khalifa. He must discontinue whatever relationship or dealing they're having with the Guinean junta until democracy returns to Guinea. We are not supposed to be doing business with Guinea or the junta there. Right? We are not, because first of all, the community, the ECOWAS community has frowned on the regime in Guinea. And our government jump here, these security people, they pass over there, they go Guinea, they go sit down and giving assurances, all kinds of things. And you come here, the thing chakla in your hand, then you won't be talking to people to compromise. This is bad. We will make sure we get Koluba.
Yeah, we're trying to establish contact
to speak to us about more. And even along the Ganta border, there are strange movements. So everywhere there is a borderline with Guinea now has become critical. And you call this an intelligent government? A reckless, useless organization that's plunging our country into backwardness and, of course, setting up on the margins of conflicts and chaos. So where is Baka's experience? Where this old man had useless time in governance? Some people not even look at this man. Look at what he's doing to our country. Look at what Baka is doing to our country. And some of you don't get it. Somebody say, oh, how we're speaking. This man is going to the grave. He's taking all of us down. And this is the point. And you all don't get it. You see this from a perspective of, from a standpoint of having a small package change and getting someone employment here, there, yonder, and you sell your food there, right? And this old man is dragging our country to chaos, and you don't want to talk about it. And when other people say it and you call them names, who are you? You are bootlickers. You are nothing but a bootlegger. And that's why you're bootlegging. There's nonsense happening in the government, and you can't speak out. When people are speaking, you call them names. And this is the reason why we're going to celebrate Matthew Nyemple. You know, Matthew was one of those clueless clowns that believe that Bwaka will have been anything better for life. Because you're very clueless and stupid. Like all of you all supporting the Unity Party, I've always held the view. Because, you know, when people subject their intelligence, right, to the excesses and inadequacies of such a fool, deranged old man, it leaves me with no alternative but to bring you as stupid. Absolutely. Whether you agree or not, you're stupid for that moment until you can regain consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
And as it appears clearly that Matthew Nyemple, a very articulate, brilliant Liberian political commentator, analyst, journalist, right, has regained consciousness. The wealth of his education acquired is coming back to his head. First, he has bundled up all of his education and threw it under the dustbin and were following stupidity. Because nobody in the sound mind and reasoning would do a comprehensive study on Bwaka and still see him decent to run a Susu club, at least to talk about a country. Bwaka, with his record inundated with failures, right? Failures, ineptitude, grudges, wickedness, tribalism. Such a man, and then the moment you get PhD, as soon as you get PhD, you start thinking and qualifying people like Bwaka for president, and that means stupid. You finish getting stupid right there. But now this is exactly what it is. And look, we're not missing out. Well, we mean it because the record shows, and Bwaka continued to demonstrate in 1 year time. Bwaka had derailed every gain that the country made. No money to pay civil servants. The government is struggling. Everywhere has broken down. They are compelled now to what? To transfer burden on the ordinary people, increasing taxes, bringing the other inspection, bringing that other inspection, doing the other one, doing the other one, right? Just to get fire service, fire extinguisher that you can get pay 20 United States dollars from the government. After everything, you got to spend close to $50.
Mm-hmm.
$50. So calculate.
And
they say you got to go LRA, you got to pay something like $20 to $25 at the LRA. For what? They say LRA flag receipt. Does that make sense to you? But the government is hustling. The government is hustling. They're desperate. He experienced can bring far chicken chin to Liberia. No connection, zero connection. The man who Wonsonga disbanded. Wonsonga disbanded the man doing a whole pursuit for presidency. You see one organization coming from Wonsonga, whether that the farmer union or somebody come and say, oh, that was Sonia, let's stand by him. And human being, you see their village not willing to stand by them. Don't go near that person. Bwaka own village in Wonsonga never stood with him. It disbanded Wonsonga product. You went and wasted the country time. You see that the mayor coming main president, where he Bwaka, you the thing you're doing to the country here, your children ain't acting useless, doing all kind of shady deeds and acting like the son and prince. According to that prince of Moreover, prince of Liberia. Who made you prince? Because you're stealing the country money. That's just time. All of that is time. How do we set down this man who criticized everything and say his election will have meant the return to rule of law and, of course, justice for all? This man sit down. Another family is grieving, right? That family's son is being extradited to a dictatorship and, of course, a junta for all of the wrong reasons without any legal justification. And that man sits here, Bwaka sits here and goes to bed normal. Mm-hmm. Does that not say something to you about Bwaka? Eh? Imagine that was Jojo. Imagine that was Tantan. Bwaka, you think your own children better than other people's children? You grab somebody's children, like somebody's child, sorry. You grab somebody's child. You violated every laws, every international protocol. Send the man in the lion's den for the man to be killed. And your children passing here calling themselves Prince. And you all clowns out there, you think you can defend Bwaka, you can stand with Bwaka because you mistakenly voted for him to be president, and you feel you are under obligation against humanity. You're in Jacobtown there, you are defending Bwaka, you're opening your mouth, justifying the killing of a brother. And you say because you support the United Party, you all are wicked people. Wicked. You that went to the mosque and told the imam to discourage the people from standing up, right? You are wicked. You are very wicked. You are compromising the sacrifice of the revolution. That's what you are doing. Oh, today you are able to do that. You see, God is not sleeping. And you all, we just looking at y'all be passing around. How long? So every time I'm gonna get ready to defend Bwaka, y'all be covering Bwaka. And Bwaka will be picking your people them up one. Picking them up one. And I let the man digging inside y'all. Because this is nonsense. Even when you vote for president, if the president is sliding off, you must develop the courage and the fortitude to stand up and speak facts and truth to the man. And you are compromising one of you that is against Islam. Oh yeah, nobody's supposed to kill their friend. No reason justified for anybody to kill their friend. If your government, what you're supposed to, if your government don't kill the ball, let them bring the ball. If they don't kill the ball, let them bring the ball day by day. That's basically all we are asking, and then we can move to other issues. Mm-hmm. The mafia thing, we'll talk about it, but it's important because what is happening at the legislature up to now it continue. A regional delegation came to Liberia to intervene. And it appears clearly that the mission did not achieve its objective, and simply because the rebels from the hotel rebels have refused to respect the laws of our country. Sometimes they think, hey, you have to all the citizens in Ratton, we just go and start flocking these buggers and just beating their heel with Ratton everywhere. Anybody just grab some, you just floor them. Because you lawmaker and get a law and say, oh, people coming from other places to come tell you what you're supposed to do for your country, you still say no. You're making it to say that legislature for you, right? That your pa and man fan, that you're not inherit. That no matter what people say, you can't listen to it. You're doing your own thing. That everybody not take right and be flocking your heel and right.
Yeah, so you want us to read the communication that the majority bloc sent, because in that they also acknowledge the recommendations, and many of what were said, what were suggested by the mediation team from ECOWAS is something that we've sat here on several occasions, we've said, and we've made these suggestions, and because we believe that these are the legal ones, and these are the only way, that is the only way that we can help to resolve this thing. But since our guys, their minds, their brains, and their education and everything has been flooded now with the 15K they receive, their senses of reasoning has lost. So because of that, let refresh the communication that the majority bloc sent to I think ECOWAS, their response to ECOWAS, and this is it. Official response of the majority members of the 55th House of Representatives to the ECOWAS mediation team concerning the current stalemate. And this is it. Executive summary. It can be recalled that on the 17th of October AD 2024, 47 members of the 55th House of Representatives of the Legislature of Liberia signed a resolution consistent with Chapter 49 and Article 49 and Article 33 of the 1986 Constitution of Liberia. The essence of the resolution was to cast a vote of no confidence in the Speaker of the 55th Legislature of the Republic of Liberia, and to subsequently request his immediate and unconditional removal in keeping with due process. Due to obstruction of the chamber by the chairman on rules, order, and administration and other members by shutting down the chamber, the majority members signed a resolution declaring the joint chamber as a chamber to conduct business. Additionally, 6
Look at
members.
that bullcrap.
Yeah.
Look at that bullcrap. And Koga, and you go look at Mera Koga, you say that you're leader.
Additionally, 6 members of the 55th House of Representatives, including Honorable Ellis J. Grant, Honorable Johnson Williams, Honorable Prince Tall, Honorable Samuel N. Brown Sr., Honorable Anthony Williams, and Honorable Samuel G. Koga, thus expressing that the Speaker has been involved with a number of issues which grossly contravene the standing rules and procedures of the HOR, which is the House of Representatives, which brings him into conflict with the 1986 Constitution and the organic laws and statutes of the Republic. The intervention of ECOWAS delegation, this is it. As a means of intervention, a high-power mediation delegation headed by retired Honorable Haja Monitua Ibrahima arrived in Liberia and hosted several meetings with the parties of the conflict, to include the majority and minority members of the House of Representatives, both in the joint chamber of the Capitol building and the Bolivar Palace Hotel, respectively. At the finality of the meetings, the following conversations that were already executed by the majority members were similarly pursued by the ECOWAS mediation team for consideration by the parties. The conversations include the following. 1, the official, this was ECOWAS recommendation out to them. The official complaint against the Speaker will be dispatched to the office of the Honorable Speaker with immediate effect by the majority members. 2, the Honorable Speaker shall respond to the complaint in written, recusing himself, in writing here, recusing himself from the presiding. That's it should be. Presiding over the House during the period of the investigation.
And then how you see
3,
it, that Koga.
But the people feel that I mean reading it.
Yeah, no, but everybody know. And so when you hear nonsense, you know that Koga.
3, members of the 55th legislature shall resume plenary sitting in the main chambers of the House of Representatives. These were ECOWAS' own recommendation during their conversation. 4, the Deputy Speaker shall preside over the plenary during the period of the investigation into the charges against the Speaker. 5, the duration of the investigation shall not exceed 2 weeks. 6, the security and safety of the members of the House will be assured by both parties in order to maintain decorum. Conclusion. Wherefore, and in lieu of the foregoing, the majority members of the House of Representatives of the 55th Legislature of Liberia have resolved to the following, to wit. 1, except for country, and country here that members of the 55th Legislature shall resume plenary sitting in the main chambers of the House. Okay. Except for country of the conversation, the remaining 5 counts of the 6 counts conversation as pursued by ECOWAS mediation team has been officially tabled before plenary through an official complaint against the Speaker, which was tested legislatively through a motion pursued on Tuesday, the 12th of November 2024 by Honorable Steve Tikwa, Representative, Electoral District 2, Riverside County, which was passed by plenary in section with the following stated in the motion. A, that the official complaint be served on the Speaker with a return thereof. B, that the Speaker recuses himself and subject himself to the investigation through a special committee that was established by plenary. C, that the Speaker be accorded due process through an investigation which should last for 2 weeks. D, that the deputy speaker shall preside over the plenary while the investigation is ongoing. E, that an official report of the special committee be submitted to plenary consistent with the Constitution and the rules and procedures of the House of Representatives. 2, reference to count 3, the Supreme Court of Liberia, the highest arbiter of justice in Liberia, consistent with Article 66, has recognized the legitimacy of the sitting of majority members in the joint chamber. The majority members appreciate the efforts of the ECOWAS mediation team. Thus far, we look forward to a continuous working relationship to promote peace, harmony, and the rule of law within the sub-region. Best regard, Honorable Samuel G. Koga, Representative District Number 5, Denver County, Chairman, Majority Members, House of Representatives. So that's it.
Okay, so folks, you listen to them. That was their communication in, demonstrating their disagreement with all of the terms, indicating how unwilling they were to settle with the terms of the mediation committee or the mediatory dedication that came, because it all begins with returning to the legitimate session or chamber for the transaction of business that allows you to go through the formalities that has to do with the investigation process and, of course, the trial and all of that. You cannot do that within the joint chamber. What you cannot also do in the joint chamber, you cannot have another presiding in the joint chamber. The law recognizes the speaker as the presiding of the House of Representatives. And of course, where the speaker is not supposed to be presiding, that means the speaker is not available. It's not in the country, or it's not available, or it's ill, or there has to be. Or in the event where the speaker has designated the deputy speaker to preside. So by that reasoning, the speaker has transferred his authority or have, for that moment, permitted the deputy speaker to preside. So you see the authority being shifted. When all of these conditions have not been met and satisfied, any other thing happening outside of that is illegal, is illegitimate, and of course, irresponsible. And to be seen lawmakers, people who are elected to the honorable House of the Liberian legislature, insisting on doing the wrong thing and justifying it by political and chicaneries and innuendos, only to appease their personal aggrandizement against the danger and, of course, all of the challenges that are hovering over the country, demonstrate reckless selfishness. And in a given responsible society, people who are conscious sufficiently who not sit down, at least supinely, and see that their rights and that the country being held hostage by a group of selfish lawmakers who, by all indication, only point to personal aggrandizement. Some of them want to be on committee that they prefer that they are not on. Some of them want to be in mainstream,
and their entire aim is not for the country.
Yeah, and they are not. Some of them want to be moving to concessions to collect kickback, something that the current leadership has found on, and he has always refused. Whenever they go there and the people call back, he has declined. So because these things are not happening for them, they decide we won't move you. Saying you're not representing all the way we want you to represent, or we won't move you. Fair enough. But to have also said that in as much as they want to remove the man, but they will bend the law, they will disregard the procedure, they will violate their own rules, it's irresponsible. And all of you citizens that are sitting by that and allowing it to happen, that's why I found on people trying to, criticize and bully Vandala Vanda is the only human being in the country that demonstrated courage. The requisite nationalistic courage required to send a signal to these irresponsible buggers that what you're doing is counterproductive to the far-marching interests of our country. Whether they yield to it or not, but at least he demonstrated courage. And that is the courage all of you have to show. That is the courage. But you see why political parties have hijacked and they are controlling the conscience of Liberian voters in this town or Liberian at large is because civil society organization, what you might call activist groups or activists in the country are compromised. They've compromised themselves. They have to be working for one or two political interests. We saw them during the 2023 election. So they cannot talk now. They cannot talk now. Nemo were passing around here almost like an auxiliary of what? Unity Party in Buakai. So they're in a tight corner. I read. Eight of them were passing around here talking loud. They cannot talk now because what they all talk, what they all use their positions and where they are seated, right? To bring Labrador to where it is now, which they should not have done ethically, but they did. Now they are all embarrassed. So who is supposed to be talking? These guys are acting outside of the Constitution, outside of their own rules. ECOWAS sends a mediatory team for stability purposes. Their own colleagues, parliamentary colleagues from other countries in the region, sat with them for a week. 1 week, they're talking to these clowns, and these fools are hair bent on their positions. Educated people don't do that. Educated people are flexible, they are dynamic in their thought pattern. And the group of people that can be dogmatic are illiterate clowns. Any group of people you see, they just hold on to one perspective and they're not entertaining diverse, opinions or subjects or conversation. They're not flexible to this kind of thing. They're illiterate. And that is the reason why we must not be electing illiterate clowns to our legislature, because they're going to give the progress of the country difficulty. You see how these fools have held the country hostage? So the country is not progressing. The country is not going to move forward because you elected clowns who are not flexible enough, who are not allowing their education to allow them dynamism, to think outside the box, listen to new ideas, right? Be prepared to shift. Be prepared to make adjustments. Be prepared to make realignments. That is the power of education. But the hay that can be stuck, that hay wanna get grease inside. So all the engine and everything heat. So I am rubbing on each other. That kind of hay. But when education enter, education is like the grease in your head, in your thinking faculty, that allows you the capacity, to look at open and be open-minded, be tolerant, be entertaining of other things that are even strange to you, but yet you sit and listen to them and you reason around them. But the men say they can't reason. They both finish talking all their things, they come out, they say, okay, this is what we have to do. And they come to a very fair enough to both sides. Mm-hmm. And the things that the counts recognized, right? These are things, it is just the very procedure that are enshrined within the laws.
Even in their own rules.
In their own rules. That's all the ban and that's how they're seeing the ECOWAS delegation position to be, on the side of Funati. No, it's not. But rather, it is the procedure that is laid down in black and white. Their own rules that they have been flouting, disregarding, disrespecting, dishonoring. Now, the people came independently, they review it and look at it and say, well, okay, so this is our suggestion to solving this problem, right? Do X, Y, Z, and all of it. By that, you get it. They complain about security, right? The committee recommended and showed that there must be security for all. And because one minute, they said when they attempted entering the meat chamber, right? They rules other men and other colleagues, prevented them, so their security. They raised it. So that's how the point included that security must be paramount and considered for all.
And they are concerned that they are raising about security. It was on the first day. I will read that communication carefully. You will get to understand that Thomas Fowler himself was also a part of it, because if you listen to the reading, the guy said they had decided to go in the chambers on the 17th of October when they were compared to stand out there and read their resolution. They actually thought to have gone in the chambers, and that was when they expected that Thomas Fowler was going to preside. Even in the absence of the speaker, after the speaker have said let's postpone session to 4 o'clock, they wanted to go there because they already had that pre-calculated plans. They already had their mind fixed. And what was it about? Thomas Fowler go and preside, let's crucify this guy in his absence.
My man, please go try to get Koluba Akwe.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Koluba. I don't know, frankly.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get
let's
Koluba
get somebody from
Lofa County.
From
We
Lofa
want
there.
to establish contact from Lofa County.
Let's be sure what is
and
happening
anyone, any journalist, I'm talking about independent and of course accredited journalists there in Lofa County following us.
These things
this
we are
morning.
getting.
Please, you can please get to us. Just let us know through this live feed. And or if any of you got my number, yes, just call me up off air, then we will talk. But we are receiving this information about what is going on in Lofa County about the huge deployment of AFL.
Unconfirmed reports coming in say a huge presence of AFL soldiers equipped with heavy artillery moving through Vonjama, Lofa towards the towards the Liberia-Guinea borders. And if that is the case in Vonjama, that will obviously be the case across the border. So it's like two armies moving with heavy artillery towards each other. What does that mean for the safety of our people? How did we get here, folks? We want to speak with anybody can link us with
independent journalists in Lofa County. I'm trying to get to.
So we'll be able to confirm these things, particularly in Vonjama and along the border lines there. These are troubling.
So
these are terrible.
Maybe you can just continue in flight and get out to see how I can get.
Let's really folks. So keep your calm, right? Keep your calm, folks. Let's make sure we get all of the facts and get everything right. And let's hope that our people in that part of our country remain safe and that nothing happen, nothing go as we may want to start thinking already. No, let's try to understand exactly what is going. Our man upriver was with I don't know who's the new public affairs man there now at the AFL. Upriver left. I don't know who they took. I think Sobo was appointed, but the United Party people protested against Sobo. So y'all gotta send all your United Party men and him. Send your running United Party government, and not Liberian people government anymore. That United Party government. So we won't know what that you what you're not saying. What you're saying, AFL people will heavy going to Vonjaman for. So we won't know what happened in Vonjaman. What's going on in Vonjaman? Yeah. That was beautiful town there. So yes, we'll be trying to create that link, and once we have it, we will definitely come out, right? Folks, a lot of these things are not proceeding quite normally, quite rightly in our country. And we told you once that we'll come to a point where all of you will come to us. Maybe some of you even come apologizing. For you to see, we have ears and we are seated in positions where we understand, we get a whole lot. We'll come to you and say, election, that's why I keep singing the song all of the time. Elections are over. The day Mr. Bakai just do the right thing and start. And a lot of you will be surprised, maybe if you see the shift in recognizing, because we are about the country, and then maybe you start saying, oh, like you can normally do. Like some of you call all seditions. Maybe at that point now you start calling all United Party, and which of course will not be the truth. The truth here is when the president starts to do the right things, we start to see our country moving forward, we will definitely acknowledge and our conversation will be in acknowledgement of what is happening, and positively for our country. But you yourself now sit down in your own room, swear to your mountain water. You think the country running normal? You think things normal in the country? Forget about. And I know how some of you during the election time you took the thing personal and all of that. It not happen. People can do things in life, but do not compromise your country because of one person. Right? Though was president here, though left. So these people will always leave, but the country will remain. So as a citizen, as a patriot, your issue must be about the country. Right? As a citizen, as a patriot, your issue must be about the country. Yeah, because you got no face to fry in a politician's thing. You understand? Your issue you have to do is when there are elections, right? And all of that. Upon when that is concluded, you go back and you start to be a Liberian citizen and not a political party stooge. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to your country. You have your 5-year-old kid, your 10-year-old, your 6-year-old, your 7-year-old. Every decision and contribution you make nationally, you should reflect on that child. Don't be selfish. Forget about political party emblem. Speak to the facts. Bwaka is not feeding you. Bwaka is not the one that brought you to where you are. You brought Bwaka to where Bwaka is. Bwaka owe it to you, not you owing it to him. Don't commit your life to Bwaka. Commit your life to the country. When you commit your life to Liberia, you will be in the position to checkmate Bwaka. Now, since Bwaka came, it has all been about BMSP, lies, deception. The latest being the 419 scholarship being it. 419 scholarship being in the brain. The same way they brought 419 yellow machine, all the yellow machine and they see breeze eating up the yellow machine. They come and spoil. Y'all go tell y'all go call yellow machine, mama ka berete. Say I hear say your machine and they see breeze eating it in the barrel there. This is it. People feel they can use the country and to make their way to becoming millionaires at the expense of the country. Why are you all treating the country like that? And people are riding on the inactivity of the president. Even friends, people in the president's cycle like that are aware. They're ashamed. Not because they can't come out to say it, but behind the scene, we get these feedbacks. Yeah, they're surprised. Some of them will call us and tell us, look, well, you guys are young people, how you managed to know this about the old man? And we did not. Because our view is different from you. We got nowhere in the country about the wake up whole day and be asking questions, talking to the other person, asking about the thing. That I don't know where they're. Daybreak, we go to bed. So now we're going to go to bed. Ask people that know me. Me, when you sit down near me, whole day I'm on my phone. I'm on my gadget. Following up, getting to know this. And that's exactly the work we do as journalists. So when you see us discussing things that is above our age, that means we've asked the relevant question, we've interacted with the relevant people. So do not see our opinions about Bwaka as that young overzealous people. No. It's from a well-informed background. Bwaka does not live in isolation. Bwaka did not come from the blue. Bwaka has been here. He's known. His records are available. They are all over. Oh, yeah. We only went a step further to dig them out and get a full knowledge of who this man is aspiring for the presidency of the country and where are his weaknesses. So when we juxtapose his weaknesses with his advantage, right? The weaknesses outweighed the advantage. And we know it was going to be dangerous for our country. This is where we are. AFL getting in trouble, taking heavy weapon, going to the Liberia Guinea border. That the kind of news, the time you are voting October, November, the time you are going for that second round, that the kind of news you are going to vote for, that you wake up one morning, yes, say AFL now join to go to the border, they carry a BB gun. I'm not sure that was why you were voting. You were voting to be rescued. How come Bwaka has left the rescue agenda and he's focusing on taking the country back to chaos? This is what you should be asking yourself, and this is why you should stand up to Bwaka. We are demanding Bwaka to do the right things, and we will not cease. We care less about how you feel about it, because all of you said this man had the wisdom to take Liberia to another level. Where is the man? Where is the country? The country is going back. You know how many years we've not heard about people taking BB gun going to border? You know how many years we've not heard that, and we are hearing it now? Is it not scary for you? It is scary. What is the motivation? How did it happen? How did we get here? In no time, 1 year. We're not discussing a landmark groundbreaking for the coastal highway. That's not what we are talking. We're not talking about the AFL accompanying the president to go break ground for the biggest hydro dam that will ensure electricity stability for the country. That's not what we are talking. We are not talking about the president. AFL is escorting the president to go break ground for a high power water supply power plant for the country. No, that's not what we are talking. Mm-hmm. We are talking about guns being taken to the border to confront.
Connecting it with Front Page Africa's headline story for today. Listen to what Front Page, what we read here. If any of you there, you got a smartphone, just go online, go to Front Page Africa online page, and you see the headline for today's story, the lead headline story for today. Just go there and you see what we're talking about. This is not a makeup story. When we sit here, we sit and do investigation, background checks and things before we come up to speak. Because this is a credible institution and we don't intend to ruin the credibility of this institution. So go and read what Front Page Africa is reporting this morning. Go online and read it. And then you see what is happening. Listen, this is, I think, the third post that we are seeing. This is Front Page Africa headline, the lead story for today. Prior to arrest of Guinean accused of coup plot, Liberia and Guinea were inches away from war. And this is unquote. So
let me tell you what I know about this, and I did not want to say it on the radio. Mm-hmm. For the same national security reason. One morning, if you can recall vividly on the radio and say, oh, we're not going to do something national, as generally we have a duty to our country, national security.
Yeah.
When I got those intelligence, I felt we're not in the position to be having this conversation, trusting that the national security will put things under control. Trusting that they will handle this matter, right, and get us over it. I did not believe, after having conversation, that this thing will have elevated or gravitated to where we are now and getting report about AFL going to the border, deploying this, that. No, absolutely. I really trusted in as much as I have all my critical views about the government. But when this thing unfolded, when the reality came to me, I said no. Trusted that the government was going to do all she can at that moment to put this thing under control. Right? You know, the same mess you started, that you put your mess together, you know, and sunny and clean yourself and come back, and then we'll start having our regular conversation. On record?
Behind the scene.
Yeah. So that's what we thought. But here we are. And this is quite interesting. Folks, this is our country. And the government is all of us government. You start making the government to look like a UP government. Let me tell you the blunder came from. The way President Bwaka was just passing around, appointing. You know, people connection, nothing. They just appointing people, paying, thanking people paying for appointment. Yeah, look at the foreign service, critical area. Yet all kind of people in dominant inside. And they wanted to, you will just jump on fly, they jump, they go to any country. A man was just jumping on flag, going to any country, not even understanding, nothing, not reading nothing. As soon as they see their name on e-mansion, the next moment they get on flag, they go on Conakry. They go Burkina Faso. Right? They go Niger. Why you going to have meeting with these people for? How you even know that you're supposed to be going there? Those were the beginning of the problems. But when we said them, you said, oh, we are critics. We are Freedom FM. You don't want to listen. You please clean your mess. You clean your mess before whatever. You clean your mess, folks. Unity Party, cockroaches. You clean you call your BB people. Then yesterday you go to the play there. You protesting for job. Somebody say who's in care who or there. Who's in care who then group. All of them were trying to beat Yanti Topa yesterday. Who's in you got to come clear your name. Because I was looking in the video. Something. Beyond that, folks, a government is instituted for the well-being and the welfare of its citizens and to ensure their protection, their safety, and of course, guarantee their livelihood through survival, creation of jobs, and all of that, capacity building. These were things the government campaigned on. The government promised that she was going to train and capacitate 10,000 young people in our city. The president lied. If you listen to the story of that 10,000 youth RCT something, you will feel mess about the government and the president. Why is the president leading in such a dishonor manner? We hold a lot of respect for President Bouakai. President Bouakai is like our grandfather. We respect him so dearly, but he's inviting onto himself disrespect to our country. And this is the problem we have with Bouakai. And all of you don't get it. But Bouakai said, no, we get great deal of respect for him. He knows that very well. But the way he's proceeding, the way he's treading our country, we can go on to list plethora of missteps. In no time, you get all of these missteps. 10,000 youth in RCT. You go pull our children together, carry them. The men go 1 week. You get them the computer charger, tell them to plug it in the socket. They plug it in the socket, they move on there, and you say they don't drive with RCT. The point you go put in your office, they will start bringing your whole system in. Start bringing your whole system. Say, oh, the Bouakai RCT man. You're looking for RCT now. You say, oh, the president featuring RCT. You go tell them, you go put in your corporation, they bring the whole thing. This is bad. You can't be making mockery out of the citizens in that form and manner. These young people were thinking that would be a program that will elevate their status, move them and put them in another quadrant. But this is where we are. Understanding the shame and disgrace and embarrassment. Who do you join against? Some people go sit down and they say, oh, they get Nicotech. Nicotech? Nico technique. That's what it is. Not technology. Nico technique is a complete technique. The government, you see, the government, that technique. Technique government, they bring Nico technique. They say they come in because they bring there America, Benin, everybody won't go America. Because our people are desperate, the government is exploiting the desperation of our young students and our people. And for the office of the president to be seen at the center of this one is nationally embarrassing. And for that to be happening, and you have a clearly unqualified, incompetent foreign minister who in no time have sat there. Like you, Mr. President, had to revoke your nominations and appointment on ambassador at large for trade, investment, blah, blah, blah. You know what made the president to have done that? Foreign minister sat there the president just made all those appointments, no advice, no strategic, technical background studies about the individuals and their connections and the people they are talking to. What kind of foreign ministry that do not have intelligence? You can't run people. I mean, right? You can profile people, and the president will get a point and get our passport to them, get our diplomatic privilege to them, without the ministry profiling them, understanding their connections and things. Then you get a colossal breakdown in the foreign service, and you see all these irresponsible relationship and dealings happening. And this is where it has brought the country to. Because you derail, you detour the progressive diplomatic path, and you start dealing. How do you deal with the West and at the same time, right, having business with the East? No, nobody does that. The East and the West don't move perpendicularly. No, they do not. So this is how they're running the country. These are the consequences that are coming. Folks, let's pray for Liberia. Now we're going to join our folks to urge all of you. Liberia is at stake. Let's pray for the country. I don't say pray for Baka. Pray for the country. I've always told you, put the country first. If you have not had reason to learn and understand what you have to do, learn it now. 2023 God may have brought 2023 to us in this country for us to learn a lot. And I think there's a lot to learn from. Now, put the country first. Don't pray for politicians. Pray for Liberia. Pray for the country, because the other one goes lying long. Imagine, I mean, this is the danger. People in reputable offices have elected to choose lying for living. They don't. And these are the people who call our national leaders, who can lie shamelessly, proudly. They're okay. When these kinds of unethical attitude becomes the order of the day in national leadership, then we are at the point of crisis. This is where we are. Dishonesty, thievery, stealing, corruption, killings, and all these things, all these negative vices have become what? Legitimate undertaking in the Baka administration. Lying, stealing, BMD, drugs, and all these things are happening. For come on. Just sing their song. They give you a legitimate lesson, and their minds, our goals, and our dharma. What did we see? One of their ambassador at large on investment say he's supposed to go back and say the man will go be looking for investment for him. The man go Japan, go do bloody, go Benin there, the Japan boho him. The Japan boho the man. They all on social media. And folks, this is where we are. It's bad. And you think that partisanship will eat a partisanship? You already hungry, no food. And you do partisanship? God brought the Baka man to open Liberian people for you to see. Open it. The man is a negative and thing that happened to the country, but for it to teach us conscious lesson that going forward, Liberian will have to make readjustments. This is where we are. Nicotech. There are a lot of Matthew Nyemplu in the government. There are a lot of Matthew Nyemplu in the government who were equally dismayed by the involvement of the government in what has proven to be a high-level scam operation, Nicotech. Stealing money from poor people. People already poor. They tell them to pay money here. Somebody here can blank food. Imagine, look at how the government has become so vulnerable. Anybody, Ghanaian people, that the second time now, Ghana people knock Maga them with the Ayalolo boss thing again. That embarrassment stay on the executive mansion. The men take it, they carry all the way, even the executive mansion, they carry to, so they carry all the way there. The only thing that made Bakana calm down that day because he was not feeling well. Baka was going to come down here and disgrace himself, disgrace the family, and disgrace the country. Now, because Mafi Nyemplo decided to be Liberian above partisan, Baka gave her in suspended man. For immediate release, November 16, Baka suspended Assistant Minister of Information Matthew Nyemplo for time indefinite. You get it?
Yeah. This entire thing, Abu, we will continue our investigation today, but from what we are gathering, let's see, let gather all of our pieces
that's what I
information,
wanted to do.
and then tomorrow we can make better use of it. But yes, all we can say is Liberians, let's remain calm. Do what we are gathering. We hope it will not reach the point. Yes, but let remain calm until yes,
and let push our government to be responsible.
Yeah.
Let push the security. You know, the appointment, the quality of appointment Baka was making in the security sector was bereft. You presented our national security so vulnerably, and then, I mean, other countries don't joke with it. This is where we are. Because you feel you wanted to politically appease people, you took them, you put them in places and positions. There are plenty of details that we have. But we are disciplined and understand national security. So we can't be talking, we can't be saying all these things. So some of them, we get our own part, we can talk. The other one, we leave it with the government. We leave it with the security people. So the side that we're supposed to talk, we talk that one. The one that we're not supposed to talk, we leave it. But also we trusting in your ability to deal with your own stuff properly so that our country will be safe from any kind of thing. And then we'll come back here. If you're not able to get a job, we'll eat our driver or moment, we'll sleep. Any day you get driver moment, just hustle. You get your gari, you soak it, you manage that one. I don't care how it be, 6 years will not be forever, it will finish. And 1 year already finished. As soon God help will finish, move from inside the other mess, then we'll start calculating and thinking properly. Labrador was now on a path of milk and honey, but at least you could wake up in the morning, you look around, you see something to indicate steady progress. You could come out, go into the education sector, you see and hear and listen and benefit from something that indicates change. You could go to the health sector, look at the health sector salary structure that the CDC had proposed and was working on. That was what? Transformation and progress in that sector. Everything now can chakla, everything to go back. With fake narrative to you that, oh, the CDC did not know what she was doing. CDC was a people government, people-centered government. It was a grassroots government. It was designed, as much as you had some very selfish people in it, but the overall objective of the government was to lift the ordinary people up and create what? A middle class. That would not have happened in 6 years. But you saw things were being done towards that. The free tuition is a step in the direction of ensuring a middle class, of lifting people. Because when you build the minds and capacity of the people, you're doing that. Communities that have not seen adequate health service, state-of-the-art medical facility were being constructed there, moving them from backwardness and poverty to what? A life of transformation, right? Where electricity had never been in our country history for many, many years, we saw the CDC making steady progress in ensuring that these places are lighted, that the kids and the children who are born in this area will be able to see light, will be able to see the world. So that is also an act of consciousness. This is the CDC you ousted to bring what? A mess of gangsters, a mess of money launderers. The decision was ill advanced. I mean, it was terrible, it was bad for our country, but now we are inside. So what they are doing now, they're terrorizing all of us, intimidating us, mounting checkpoint all over, creating. I see why they had to put all kind of checkpoints across the country. Not need these are the kind of shitty dealing they were doing. So they, the government put herself on unnecessary alert. Because when you start dealing with bad people, you start thinking that some of that bad people could be in your country, so you got to put checkpoint all over. So we are whole time, the only time you see checkpoint when they will do inspection, as soon as they finish, everybody go to normal. The country are too normal. Policemen, everybody passing, joking. Policemen are not fighting for chicken feet. But all these things are happening now. Just a breakdown, folks. You have to be worried, but also you have to keep calm. Let's pray that everything is brought under control. Bigger.
Yes, Abu, let's pray that everything can be brought under control. But these are not good signs for our country, and we are still pushing more investigation we are conducting. We've spoken to some media colleagues there, and issues like this will only happen when there are planned. Maybe we can consider it when happening in places like King George, because that's a concession site where maybe people want to protest or there are signs of some action. Then yes, you tend to start using this. But unlike where we are, Liberians are being or AFL personnel being assigned to the borders between Liberia and Guinea. Started first off with Vonjama, with Lofa County, and from indication again is that there are issues now with the similar thing is being done in Ganta, Nimba County. So many of you who are watching us live, you understand that since this conversation been back and forth behind the outside of the camera, and all of the efforts are just intended to ensure that at least we can have at least first-hand information of what is happening. And this is not just happening. It's not just happening in Vonjama. Ganta, the borders between Ganta, that's a Guinea and Liberia there in Ganta, is being tightened. So what are the indications that the government can now tell the Liberians?
And this is going on. The government has not spoken to the country.
The government need to be responsible.
They didn't tell us nothing.
To issues when
our lawmakers are acting useless. And this is going on in the country.
And these are things that can interfere in Liberia. So it is better when you are going on or maybe a normal operation, just tell Liberians that we are going to. But when you start to clandestinely do things, then you tend to put fear in Liberians. And this is not good for the health of our country. This is a country that came from war some few years back. And up to now, there are Liberians who still, when you talk about these things, their minds run back to what.
And this could even be the reason why the executive is supporting the tension and, of course, the fight up Capitol Hill. Because when there is calm and stability up Capitol Hill, this matter would be because of course, the president can put the army into action like that, but they have to seek permission with the legislature. They have to go to the legislature. So what are we sending our army for needs to be communicated to the country. Citizens need to know. We don't have to wake up one morning and our compatriots are in Vonjaman there, they're in Ganta, and they're calling us and they're giving information about these things. We can run a surreptitious government.
And there are pictures that we are getting from there. We want to share them with you, right? We want to share some of these pictures with you so you'll know that, yes, you'll know where we are. We're doing it. We're not doing it both here and here. We
just to keep you on your alive.
Keep you on your life.
So you know while we are doing that, don't forget we have some 25 minutes to go. The cash giveaway, $5,000 is a lot of money. Put yourself in the position for what the 3 wise men, the 20, the 20, the 50, and the 100,000. So you can begin now. I hope you have continued. Star 799 hash. You select option number 11, and that's exactly what you have to do. So we're going to share some of the footage for you all to see, so that you know we are not just saying what we are saying or this thing, and how did we get there, right? So by the time we leave from here, we're going to get you all of the details and be able to, what the information that's good for you tomorrow. We're going to come. When we come here tomorrow, will provide those ones for you. Because again, this is our country, irrespective of our disagreement with the president, a disagreement with how he's running the country, how folks are treating Liberians. But yes, we have to handle this matter very, cautiously, and that is important. We're doing that for our country. You see, we are putting our country first, and that's what we are telling you, to put the country first. Put the country first and put the country above. And you understand? It is very, very important, folks, for you to do that.
So yes, just give a few seconds. You will see some of the pictures coming.
For those of you watching.
For those of you that are watching us live, whether on YouTube or maybe Facebook, there are pictures we're getting from Lofa County, and tomorrow we'll speak to colleagues. And when we leave the radio, we try to do all of the necessary background checks and investigation. If it will cause some of us to get our way around the border point today, we want to do so. Yeah, it's possible that I leave from here and go to Kanta and come back before tonight. Yes, we can do all of these things to do, because we want to get first-hand information of what it is currently. And we are only doing this not to put fear in Liberians, like we said, but we are doing this so that,
if possible, you will go there, and then we'll do the show from there. You will be there,
yes,
so that we bring it for you.
Possible.
Because we won't want anybody can say, "Oh, that Fredom FM, oh, the day that you're 15 be passing around with." Because we can bring the raw facts, and we'll go there, we'll get it for you, and bring it to you. No, we're not going to concede anything, because people will not enter into bad deals and then get our country in the mess, and then they be hiding it.
And the point where the vehicle, all those AFL vehicles are going, are not placed where you have concession companies and things, or even if you see no, I want Liberians to understand that this is something, Abu,
but no protest, no concession.
Yeah, no protest. So
Now
now the police, that's it. It is upon the let's talk to you.
Hello, good morning.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. The Bina can. How much also? How much 1,000?
5,000.
How many times you play?
2.
2 times. What is your name? No, you don't need to call. I want your money or your phone. You won't call. No more you play again. But you can still play again. Yeah, go ahead. Congratulations. Okay, enjoy your money, right? So hey guys, you were saying something, but yes, of course, when the need be, based on everything that we are gathering, of course, we ourselves have to make our way to either of the border area there to get the raw information for you. Yes, don't worry, we are very safe, and we know how we are going to do it. For the sake of our country, we will bring you all of the information, and hope that the government will do what she can to ensure the protection of our country and our people. But how did we get here? Becomes the question that critical minds will have to keep asking. Enter that wasn't good to enter bad shitty deals. And you gotta be open. That's what we all have been calling for, an open government. When we be calling for an open government, we'll be asking the hard questions. Say, oh, they meant it. And this is why we've been seeing everything when the president making trade, we tell where the president going, you tell us. When the other person, where the person going, you tell us. You have been refusing, you have been hiding it. So now they ignited. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
You're live on Fredom FM.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, what is your name?
Aliu Kroma.
Aliu.
Yes, sir.
You play the cash giveaway, right?
Sir.
How many times?
3 times.
Okay, you now received the message?
Yeah. Just see the message.
How much? How much?
Before the call. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Congratulations. So that's exactly what it is. I think we have to take calls, right?
So let's share the picture online.
So you will see exactly. So we'll leave from here. This is why we are the biggest and of course the most updated radio platform in the morning in the country. We bring you things and we make sure because we give you the facts. that's hurting you, then that is your business. You can hug the next transformer. But we will not sue the facts for your feelings. This government promise lies, and they're coming here, they're taking our country somewhere. So you see the videos are up there, right? Some of these trucks were secured by the George Weah government, right? You can equipment, I think, from UAE or where. And very recently, the African Union also brought some, right? So these are the things they are taking to the border, and you see how the AFL is positioned. You see, for those of you watching on the live, you see how our AFL has positioned at the border, right? I don't want to say what it indicates, what it implicates, what the message that is sending. But when you begin to see this, the government has not told us anything about deployment. The government has not told us about anything about sending the AFL to go do X, Y, and Z.
And in
you
fact,
shall prepare the minds of the citizens.
Assigning the AFL in cases like these can be done through or how you call it, when there are emergencies. It can be done through the legislature, and when there is a declared state of emergency. And this is when the Mediatory can be taken from the barracks and sent to places like they are currently. What are some of the instances we saw in the case of the Ebola virus? Let's say the coronavirus, we saw it. The AFL,
even the Ebola.
Yes, even the Ebola. So in this case, what is the situation that the AFL is being deployed in Lofa? You saw the first picture.
Let's go to the AFL page and see whether if they have the Ministry of National Defense, whether they have anything for the Liberian people. Right, it's important.
And I'm sure they should have, because
they should
because
and you can be running a secret government. Ministry of National Defense.
Ministry of National Defense, Liberia. I don't know whether this is their current active page, but let's see whether this is it. But let's see whether this is it. 6 days ago, I'm seeing a post done here 6 days ago. Big boost for the Liberian Coast Guard as it appears to receive 2 Reagan Hall. No, I don't think this is it.
That is their
page, but it's
so that is the latest. That is the last post
6 days
on the
ago.
Ministry of National Defense. No, let's keep scrolling down. It's possible that they might have said something about this operation in Vonjama and of course Ganta. That's exactly. So on November 6th, the U.S. AFRICOM commander, Amaka E. Langley, visits defense boss at her BTC office.
And
see
the
Geraldine
next,
George here.
And the next is October 22nd. The Department of Gender and Social Inclusion at the Ministry of National Defense on Tuesday, October 22, 2024, roll out a one-day gender statistics and report writing training at the Barclay Training Center in Monrovia.
So you got no relationship. October 14, the Honorable Minister of National Defense, Brigadier General Geraldine George, and her Deputy Minister for Administration, Dr. Augustine T. Lamy, today honored 2 newly promoted members. So it has no relationship.
And the next is October 13. The Armed Forces of Liberia gets more field grade officers or offices as it promotes major to the rank of Lieutenant Colonel. Congratulations to all those who got promoted. That is from the AFL page.
So no information about deployment to Ganta or Vonjama. So let's see on MICAT, the government mouthpiece, right? Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism, where we know official government informations and undertaking are supposed to be duly communicated. It's important that we get that. We're trying to be as fair as possible to understand whether this operation is something that was not done, under the cloud of darkness, that have ignited panic in those parts of the country. And they are calling us, they are sending us messages to understand what we do not have. The government did not share any information. Why is the government?
We are just forcing ourselves to get this information because we believe that we should do it. So the one year we get, the 1 year we consider, and these are first-hand information that we are getting, not the one that the government have been able to share. The government have up to now shared absolutely or said even anything about this entire operation.
On November 8th, beside the live podcast that are up here, on November 8th, from the regular press conference, you have President Baka hosts legal consultations over the current impasse at the House of Representatives. That is on the MICAT page. And then for immediate release. President Barker launched no collateral loan scheme 419 Nicotech. That's exactly what they share here. They still get a shameless people. 250 Liberian students to study in the United States. That's scam. Don't tell your children to apply for that thing. That big 419. The Ghanaian people will collect your money. Like MAGA, you're not getting nothing. Your second can do your own thing. You apply for your scholarship. So on November 5 for immediate release, President Barker nominated. Blah blah blah. We're not seeing anything about deployment.
Absolutely.
How are we waking up to this kind of deployment?
This kind of deployment is
So you see them engaging the jungle. They're entering and going all the way to the Liberian Guinean border, engaging all front. What's happening? What is going on between Liberia and Guinea?
So after here today, we'll also continue our conversation. We'll play some calls to some of our friends and family members there in Guinea to see whether they have been hearing anything of recent involving Liberia and Guinea. So all of these things, we'll do it so that we can provide you the first-hand information. And like we said, if it will cost any of us, like for me to sit tomorrow from the Ganta-Guinea border, so we do the Fredom Morning rise from there. We want to give you first-hand information. This is our country. We don't want to be in a state of how you call that? Thomas, yeah? We don't want to be doubting things until God forbid things catch up with us. So we will provide you all of the necessary information, and that is it. Let's continue to pray for the peace of life. We can pick calls.
Good. It's time to go to you, but this other rescue rescue nothing to have you move out to the border. 0776 104 104 0865 104 0865 110 plus 231 865 104. Liberians, rescue not changed to heavy mower to the border. What going on? Let's hear your view. The president is listening. Is this the message?
Is this according to the executive mansion, right?
Wherever he is, he's already listening to the country. In Singapore, he can just jump on and be passing around. So we're putting the phones on now. Those of you in the diaspora, like I said, plus 231 865 104. The female lines are also on because of the critical and for those of you that have critical information that you pass, you can call our personal numbers. We'll pick you, right? So let's take this one. Good morning. Good morning, you're live.
Yeah, my name is
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you for the discussion this morning. You know, the country is for everyone. Therefore, taking the book of the presidency. If you not do the country, nobody will be in. Then you just in the country over. Because while that praying for you need to be in the book and just leave the country like that. Now you're going to work going to freedom. Then go freedom like you can lead there and death. You know, then go and come out and I'll be so happy. I'll be so happy for him. You're not telling a citizen what's going on. You're sending army to the border.
Okay.
You get the Guinean government to cannot do a send on the army there. Well, we know how happy bringing the two countries.
Thank you very much. Okay, let me take this WhatsApp. But yeah, this is important. The cash giveaway is still on *799#, and you're good to go. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu. I'm calling from Fargo, North Dakota.
Yeah, Teddy Yankun.
My name is Teddy Yankun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, people who are very close to each other, the devil likes to come between them and create serious civil war or war to break problem between Guinea and Liberia. If the Guinean people believe that they are true brothers and sisters to us, they will take it easy with Liberia. They know that Georgia town, we know how to come because you're peaceful. But what that did, they not did that because they don't need what they were doing. They did that on purpose to create. Because they already equal with the Russians, equal with the mafias. You understand? These things can happen. These Russians, they always equal with Islamic countries and, you know, being allowed to do one or two things. But for the Africans, we should understand they put it in our interest.
Mm-hmm.
If the West wants possible breakthrough in the West African sub-region, especially between Guinea and Liberia, so that they can polarize our people to to the same gay and lesbian that going war going on, different resources, and people now, our religious stuff, everything they get their comment for it. And that's why this Arabs too, and came to West Africa too, because Islamic interest into it, and the West want to perpetrate their gay and lesbian thing to really come to fruition. They all this interest in to them. Plus so we should be careful.
Okay.
We should be careful. The Guinea people should take time with the Liberian people. And also the Guinea people should understand that Liberia.
That the Liberian army is sending things to the Guinean border now. So that's what we're asking. The government is not talking to us.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This government is a government that focuses on words. They're all involved. They know what they are doing.
And so we should be advancing our government. We should be advancing our government because we have control over our government.
Yeah, but one of the men was first of all the government don't investigate it. One of the men was actually trained or he committed an act in Guinea or that. They don't give the man that due process. Okay. And on purpose, the government knows what she's doing.
All right, thank you very much. You've made your point.
Dele, good morning from this end.
Yeah, good morning, my brother. Let me say good morning to Apple.
Morning.
Yeah, this is David King. I join you guys from your Magiri. You see, the other night, the army been deployed from the night of Freedom Gavon, Zapish. We're come over hailing a convoy. They carried 3 APC, 2 truckload of men, and they were going. They left from there 4 days in the morning. About 4 o'clock, the guy left the barrack, and Gregory Kumoka, because the fire, the Senator General was leading that troop.
Okay. All right, Dave. I think yes. 0776-104-104, plus 231-886-500-104 for you, our diaspora callers right here. Call and be a part of today's edition of the program. This caller, good morning. You're live on the radio, Chief. Morning.
Yeah, Abu.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my brother, my attention has been drawn to the legislators. There is what started the war in the country. The same thing what we fought there is just how it started. Some of them they are looking for war in the barriers.
No, man.
No. When you do that, I hear you'll be talking to all of us.
You want to talk to Koga, but don't generalize. Don't let generalize anything too much. If I say no, you lose your right. You lose your right to talk. Let's take a different color.
Yeah, so
you
0776
we're trying to de-escalate tension.
0776 104 This color morning. Morning.
You call on the radio. You still discussing on the other side.
Okay. She's not ready, so when she's ready, she will call back. 0776 104 0776 104 The female line also open. Yes. 086 5.
Okay, let me tell my man Poka. My man, the position of men standing over the more the point they go. So what going on? You gotta tell Poka you're live. Go ahead. I finished introducing you already.
Oh, thank you, Abu. Thank you, and thanks to your colleague for your training work you for Liberian people along with the Freedom of the family. Abu, this morning we got intelligent and very concrete information that is supposed to take place. That brother want to test the faith and want to test the strength of our fellow citizens in Liberia in general. This country is not a country of men. This country is a country of law. If Mr. Baka even does not live from Kofa, but he has to live by the tendency of obeying the rules and law of this country. Mm-hmm. In the West, now you don't let Kofa, no. It's not about you pleasing Kofa, but about you pleasing and living by the authority of the Liberian Constitution that gave you the right to preserve as a president. This update probably got Pape that actually he won't let he got nothing that is affiliated with progress affiliated with reconciliation, but only discussion. Something that would be like a disaster. Only careful. This man is about to take our budget to a unconstitutional body. We love us intelligence so getting that we are about to get our budget to a body that is not even represented, a body that is not recognized by our rules or law. But we want to send this guy here to Mr. Brockett. If you feel that our silence is our weakness, try us by breaking our laws, our laws that you don't owe ATH to protect, not to protect majority black.
Thank you. Thank you, Boga. Thank you very much.
Let's speak this person from here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Chief. You live on the radio.
Well, thanks for the opportunity. I'm Eric Kulu, that joined from Nema County, the very precise, Ban City.
That bank again, I know bank at the Catawba High School. Morning, go ahead, Chief.
Catawba.
So, yeah, Chief, like today, representative, we are kindly asking those people. Sometimes if you go for attack, if an enemy overcome you, you retreat and you force yourself to go back. What we're saying, they had a right to move the speaker, but they did the due process. You and I were right into this country. What we're saying, everyone came and they said the same thing. You go into your regular tumor and follow the due process. They are saying no. So why won't go? They don't force the speaker to resign. If we keep setting the precedent, I don't think it will be good for our country. Can you imagine Echo and oncoming? Those guys, they are refusing to enter to honor what they are saying. It is so disgraceful for our country. And to the president, you deserve people that we know, or you suspend the people. I think the best thing you have done for laboratory is very great is your cabinet minister who worry to the illegal for the three lawmaker. I think you have the right to dismiss the people. Then the laboratory will know that this person what is going on. Is that part of it?
Exactly.
But the state, the state will say that the man is not taking it.
Okay.
I'm worried that you're not suspending the people there.
Thank you.
All right. Let's talk to Mahelina.
He's probably sending them there. Mahelina, you're live.
Good morning, Abu Ega.
Good morning,
man.
How is family?
Thank God for grace.
My people, they were coming now, they putting fear in us. They putting fear in us, but they speak on it. They also represented that they putting fear in us. But I know the Lord will be there for us. They think who been living everyone sin. All the things will be seen now. All the things can bring the war. All the things they're doing. That other man who they kill, they go in jail, they take from there, talking about this and that and the other. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk to this person from this side. Morning. Hello.
Good morning, Abu.
Morning, Masisi.
No, this is my water.
Morning, ma.
Morning. Go ahead, ma. Water.
Yeah, I want to say thank you this morning. You know, honestly, when you're explaining the bread, people set it down. I can remember the former president, I know Wabodike. Wabodike, basically, the player, people were protecting all around. See what they don't know what they're doing. And what kind of country can you imagine? So, let me tell you, my son Abu. The men of God already told that Joseph Baka is a calamity. So that calamity going to airport camp. The people left the country come here to go for how long because they refuse to listen to the people. Then Liberia will set it down. Liberia will set it down. And then making a country to go the way going. For next with the Copa, let it go. They set it long before let it stay by the law. And Liberia they will be judged. What was judged and what was granted victory.
Okay.
This morning.
All right. Yeah. We get a call from your end there.
The call drop, but let's see if we can take 3 more calls, 3-4 calls, and then we'll call it a day. But if the information about the president going to Sierra Leone is anything to go by, I'm not sure if this is the ideal time to be leaving the country. Hello, good morning.
Good morning to people loving people like good morning to Eka Konda Abu. My name is K.O.P. Willing. I join for Soviet the Shufo.
Okay.
You see, we say this thing time about no more important listen to us. If you give La Bureau to Joseph Wakai, the same way you are destroy all of those institutions that you've been working with, that's the same way you will destroy La Bureau. The last time I was saying it, all of them were rebuking me. I told it, any day, yes, this is a rebuke me. You better go and use it to tell our president that he should start pushing the constitution of Liberia in the fashion and manner he's doing it. Liberia are suffering. We are suffering in the midst of this suffering. We are big money getting missing. Big money one individual taking it and going their way scot-free without the implementation of the constitution. Liberia is on the verge. Stop recruiting people and tell the president to live by the rule of law and the constitution and made to be president. Give this money for him.
Simple. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu, and let me say good morning to Higa. This is Edmond Carr, the visually impaired guy that making this president comfortable in the mansion. You know, the news around us is very, very scary. And I think the Liberian people we need to stand up. Because first of all, say congratulations to ECOWAS, and through you guys, they were able to listen to us. That, hey, you are here, we know that you always keep peace, but this is not the time. Or you telling somebody to consider it in the name of peace. The conclude in a letter that what the rebel guys should do is what the rule of law and their rules. What did our rules say? All under the guy will bring up 49, for the Nicopa will say aside to defend his character, remove it, that's it. When he refused to do that, we'll continue to call them renegade group, we'll continue to call them rebel group. And the news that coming from the Guinea that you guys broke the news this morning, and all of media are not carrying it because we'll be visiting all of places. It's scary. Okay, it is clear that our armed forces moving to the border to Guinea way. It is clear that they are moving towards the border. It is clear for Nima way they are moving towards the border. Let the so-called information minister tell us again kind of lies to tell what's going on. We've been here. There is no movement of our armed forces like that. Based on the gentleman missing from prison, which the court had given them up to automated to produce a living body, the latest on Wednesday, we are seeing street movement of our armed forces. What's going on? They need to provide us information. They need to tell us what's going on. This is not one of the news that they should be hiding.
Okay. Finally, the last caller. Morning.
Hello.
Morning, you're live.
My name is Jimmy Bakari for Clover Town. I'll get an issue to speak on.
Okay. Baba, go to the speaker office. You got issue, go to the speaker office. You go put it there. And then you can bring issue with the speaker. If you want to talk about the removal Benin, but yeah, you can bring private issue on the radio. So, but folks, that's all. I'm not sure we have sufficient time to take further calls, but this is where we are. That's why we are asking the folks in government to do the needful. The legislature, clearly, everybody in the country are convinced now that you are proceeding wrongly, particularly the so-called self-styled majority. All you have to do is just respect the law, respect common procedure, and do what you can do. If you want to remove the man, we say, oh yeah, you can go ahead. It's in your purview. But just do what is required. And you're insisting that you're not doing that. You're keeping our country down. And of course, this situation with the young man, Sheriff, the process by which the government handled his situation with the Guinean junta was bad. We raised the red flag. But 2 weeks ago, we told you that operation was bad. It's going to be terrible. And now we're getting this news from wherever. So the Information Ministry, the National Defense Ministry, we just need to know what is going on, what is responsible, why is the deployment along the border. Hagar, we have to go home.
Yes, we have to go home. I'm reading from Senator Johnson's Facebook page here. He himself is, yes, he's also posting the information coming out. So yes,
what is he saying?
No, I guess the same information he's posting. So yes, when we start when we start to get information like this from our credible sources, then yes. But trust us, tomorrow we'll be here. We'll dive deeper into that. We'll provide you some first-hand information and evidence on what is happening, what is currently going on. So yes, the government have to speak. You have to speak and speak now. Stop instilling fears in Liberians. This is not the government that they voted. Until tomorrow, let's pray for the peace of our country. Let's pray that God himself will protect all of us and deliver us from the hands of the wicked one. Thank you.
When I can hear them and deliver us from the hands of the wicked one. What a prayer it is. And I can't say more. Till we meet tomorrow, please join us as we bring you all of the details on this and other issues. My name is Abu Higa. I will say bye-bye.